Hello and welcome to today's stitch tutorial. Today we are learning the double crochet. Double crochet is probably a lot of people's favorite crochet stitch. It seems that when people refer to crochet, they're either going to refer to single crochet most of the time or double crochet. Double crochet is wonderful. It is a super tall stitch. It has the ability to work a project super fast. It has a great rhythm to it. It's the foundation of a lot of other stitches. When you hear V-stitch, when you do the granny square, when you do some cluster stitches, it is probably the, I guess if single crochet is the daddy of all crochet, then the double crochet would be the granddaddy of all crochet. Did that make sense? Probably not, but it made sense in my head. So let's compare this double crochet with our half a double crochet sample. As you can see, the double crochet stitch is taller than, I didn't weave in all my ends, than the half double. Again, sorry. I have corgis, so if you see hair, it is corgi glitter. It's gonna happen. It's part of the breed. You can see that the double crochet is a lot more holy, a lot more gappy than the half double. So let's dive further into it, shall we? So again, we are going to use our 5.5 millimeter. And then if that is not super clear, we are going to do the same stitch with the same weight of yarn with our 10 millimeter, just to kind of get a better idea of how to do these things. So let's get going. I have already done the chain. It's a chain of 15. If chains are a little confusing to you, go ahead and check out my single crochet video. I slow it down just a little bit more. So for the double crochet, instead of skipping the first one, we're actually going to skip the first two and work into the third chain from the hook. So again, not a chain. This is our loop on our yarn, on our hook. This is our what we're working with. This is the first chain from the hook, the second chain from the hook, and the third chain from the hook. Now, just like the half double, what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over before we go into the stitch, and then we're going to go into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. So literally just the same as a half double right now, right? We got 3 chains on the hook, or 3 loops on the hook. This is where we differ. We are going to yarn over, and instead of pulling through 3, we are only pulling through 2. And now there is 2 loops on the hook. So we're going to yarn over again and pull through those 2. Now that is our double crochet. So again, we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go through the chain. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop. We have 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through only 2. With 2 left, we yarn over and pull through 2. Perfect. So we yarn over, through the chain, yarn over, pull through and pull up a loop. We have 3, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, through the chain, yarn over, pull it through, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And again, 2 and 2. 2 2. Two remaining, yarn over, through the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, through 2, through 2. And the last chain. There we have our first row of double crochet. If you can get the half double, you can definitely get the double crochet. So going on to the next row, what we're going to do is we're going to actually chain 2. Just like we skipped the first 2 chains down here, we are chaining 2 to go up, to build some height. We're going to flip like a book, and we're going to go into this first one. Now I know these are V's, but these are the chain, so we are not going into those. We're going into this one. Now, when you go through some patterns, there will be some that say that the chains do count as a stitch. In that case, what you would do is you would skip this and you would go directly into that. And then on the way back, on the third row, you would work into the top of this. Personally, I am not a fan of that. So if it's for me, I just say it doesn't count as a stitch. Again, if you are doing a pattern, make sure you are listening to what the designer is telling you, so that you don't end up with an extra stitch and a little bit of a wonky pattern. So for us, we're yarning over, we're going in through that first one. Yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Perfect. And then keep on going through 2, through 2. So you kind of get where the double comes from. At least at this point, I'm hoping so. And again, I love, as this is getting bigger, I still wrap my yarn, but I also hold on to this. Give myself some stability. It does help so you can go a little bit quicker. Remember that last stitch is a little deceiving. These are our chains over here. So we are going through this. Now, if you had a pattern that wanted you to count this as a stitch, we would push that through. You still have a V, and then you would just build up from there. However, if the pattern does not call for that, and you are constantly doing that when there is already a stitch in that place, your project will start going a little to the side, and it will grow and look a little off. So we're going to take that out because that is not what we're doing. Pull that back into place and chain 2, flip it like a book, and go into that first stitch. All right, let's grab our bigger hook and repeat, repeat, repeat. So just like before, I have worked up the chain. I have chained 12, and that's going to leave us with 10 double crochets in the end. So we are going to yarn over, skip 1, 2, going to that third. This is our working. This is what's on the hook, and we don't count that. 1, 2. So we yarn over, and we're going to go in. It kind of just automatically yarns over. Yarn over, pull up. You have 3. Yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. And that is our double. So yarn over, go through the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop. We have 3, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, into the chain, pull through 2, pull through 2. And then I like to give it a little tug so that sits a little better. If you ever hear a dog barking in the background, that is likely Teddy. He likes to have random outbursts of a bark, just for a reason. Yarn over, pull the chain, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Up a little bit. Especially with the bigger hook and how this chain will tend to kind of pull up like that. You like to tug a tiny bit so it lays a little bit flat. Got 2 more. Over. Last one. Whew. Sometimes you gotta be a little bit more careful with that. And there we have double crochets. Going to our next one, we are going to chain 1, chain 2. This does not count as a stitch. We're going to turn our work like a book. Yarn over, go through that first stitch, that first V, pull through 2, pull through 2. Yarn over, go into the next one. Again, if you get a little confused, if there is a hook, or sorry, not a hook, if there is a stitch on that loop, do not go through it again. We're going into the next one. And we are going underneath the V and above this bar. Through the next one. Through 2, through 2. Yarn over. 2, 2, and the last one. Yarn over. Under that V. Pull up. Through 2 and through 2. It's a loud hook. So there we have 2 rows of double crochet. Now, if you notice, stitches are a little bit off center. They are going through that loop, which means they will not be right on top of each other. This is not something you should be going through. You're going through this. So if we compare that to our other sample, get the right side facing. This is 3 rows. This is 2 rows. With the bigger hook, obviously, a little bit longer. And about the same height. Definitely holier. A little bit more of a tighter fabric. So let's look at our sample once again. This is the double crochet. You did it! I am so proud. We love this stitch. It is, again, so great. This is especially for blankets. If you love to make blankets like I do, this is a fantastic stitch to help that blanket keep moving and not take so long. Thanks again for joining me, and we will see you next time.